real salient takeaways or themes that's stuck in your mind from today?
For me, it's really down to the interest that our potential customers had in better understanding the process and what they have to do. Today we had a lot of small companies that are doing 1 or 2 trials, and they don't have a lot of margin of error. They've got to get this right the first time. So understandably, they're cautious. To me, that seems to be one of the overarching themes that we encountered today.
The caution.
Sure.
And I think change management was a theme today too.
The biggest challenge facing the industry and all of our organizations is a change management exercise and a change management problem. What we call this paradigm as an industry is an important component of change management. And so I continue every chance I get to lobby for changing the name of what we're calling this. People perceive risk-based as, oh, this is a methodology by which we take on increased risk, and here's the approach of managing that increased risk. When in fact, the reality is, for those of us more familiar with it, it should be exactly the opposite.
There's a way that we can, as an industry, start using terminology that lends itself more positively to reception of this. I think that's going to be very helpful. I think people were nodding. I think they kind of agree with that.
And I think that to the guidance, several audience members asked questions, very good questions around phases of studies where this could be applied, or also around whether there have been case studies. And actually, interestingly, the FDA in its guidance actually referred to a few and gave some metrics that I pointed people towards. And I think that one of the takeaways is everyone in the room, and this was a smaller gathering but very engaged, realizes that there's not just savings as a possibility, but there's better quality. In other words, instead of using brute force in monitoring processes and being thoroughly superficial at times by trying to hit everything throughout the life of the study, you can really channel in on those critical data points that both the FDA and EMA are talking about in unison.
Yeah. I mean, back a number of years ago in my former organization, we had discussions similar around this in terms of more efficient ways and effective ways of reviewing and cleaning data. And he used a military analogy of, why are we taking a carpet bombing approach to data review and data cleaning? We should be using smart bombs and guided missiles and things like that.
Drones.
And drones, yes, exactly. So, let's move into the 21st century in clinical research and start using much more targeted, precision technology-guided approaches to managing our clinical trials and managing quality. And that resonates. It seems so obvious when you actually lay that out on the table that that's what we should be doing. But it is hard to move, a very conservative industry.